Hello, Tarot Tube. I'm doing the only 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mass market decks tag. Ta-da! So here they are up front, and then we'll go through them bit by bit. All right, taking this off, taking this off, taking this off, taking this off, and we're going to start with this. All right. Now I think I need to close up a little bit. Now this first one is a bit of a cheat. So because I made a big combo deck, here we go, closer, 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 really close, here we go. All right, I made a big combo deck. I took the Illustrated Crystallary, I took the Illustrated Herbiary, I took the Illustrated Bestiary, put them all together and made one giant deck. Now, by making one giant deck, whoops, those are the little books. By making one giant deck, I am able to pull in a lot of different kind of elements that I use in my practice, in my path. It lets me have those three things all in one big deck. And I can separate them out if I want to. I can move them by category because I edged them in different colors, so I could theoretically pull them all out if I just wanted to look at crystals or something like that. So I did a video about how I combine these, so I'll try to remember to link that in the cards up there or down below, something. So that is my first deck. I know it's a little bit of a cheat, but that's deck number 1, my combined illustrated decks by Maya Toll. Now we move to my next deck. I had to really go back and forth on this one because I felt like I needed to have an archetype card in here to supplement or modernize the archetypal energies that are in the tarot, which, you know, that was created at a certain time and place and referencing things that are even older than that. And how much have we changed in the last 2 years? Forget how much we've changed in the last 100 years. So I finally decided on this one just because it has more. It's got more depth and it has the ability to add things to it. So if you're not familiar with this, I'll just show you a couple of cards. Each archetype has got a light and a shadow attribute, and I prefer to just have them upright, and when I pull them in context with the card or with the other cards that I'm working with or the question, I'll be able to know whether we're talking about light or shadow or both. Sometimes it's a thin line. The book is not horribly big, but it is pretty good. It's a pretty good book. So in addition to the keywords that you get on the cards, it's got a good bit of text for each card. So that is deck number 2. Carolyn Myss, I think, her archetype cards. Let's give some credit to the artist if we can. I try. So let's go back and say that the artist for the illustrated decks is Kate O'Hara. And let's see. Yeah, Hay House is not good about crediting the artist. I have a feeling that the deck creators have to get in there and lobby for their artist or something. It just doesn't seem to happen. Yeah. We've really deviated here. Okay, so I'll just kind of scold for no reference to the artist, unless, of course, it is actually her. All right, now let's go on to the next oracle deck. The next oracle deck has got to be the Wisdom of the Oracle. I've spent a lot, see, it's bent. I have spent a lot of time with this oracle this year, and it is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It has an excellent guidebook, and this one I do read with reversals. Although even when I'm reading something in reverse, I consider the entire spectrum, but just know that I got the reversal. So I think this is just gorgeous in all ways. And I believe that an awful lot of thought and energy and collaboration between the author as well as the illustrator went into this one. Now, I'm sure when you listen to Colette talk about this deck, she does talk about the artist a lot and how they worked together. So hopefully the name is in here up front. Oy, oy, oy. Also, there is, she recorded, wow. Here we go. Phew. Jenna Della Grottaglia. All right, there we go. Thank goodness. So here's her contact information if you like her art. What was I saying? Ah, yes, there is an app you can get where Colette talks about each one of these cards individually, and that is quite helpful. And sometimes I just pull a card and listen to her speak. Sometimes I read with just my intuition. Sometimes I use the guidebook. I think it's a super flexible deck. I really like it a lot. All right. Playing cards. I have to have some playing cards. If I'm going to bring 10 Mass Magic decks, I need a playing card deck. And it was kind of hard to pick which one to pull or bring. But I decided on this one because it's new and because, you know, shiny. It's my new thing. And also it's got, oh, look at all the detail it has here. All the illustrations have got just an enormous amount of detail. So you've really got something to look at. You're not just laying it down and saying, oh, you know, 9 of diamonds means whatever. You know, you can just really enjoy the illustration, and you can really enjoy the back of the card is gorgeous. And even the box has got so much to look at. So this is a Theory 11 deck. Every bit of it is gorgeous. And it's this nice, really nice kind of linen-y, well, it's not linen-y, it is linen, cardstock. And it's super easy to handle and shuffle and hold. This looks really new because I just got it. I'll probably edge this one, make it mine. All right, put that to the side. Is there another oracle I need to talk about? Yes, okay. Trying to kind of do this by categories. All right, this is my next one. Soul Cards 2. Now, I only have Soul Cards 2. I don't have Soul Cards 1. It is on my wish list. I'll get to it eventually. But I've been doing a lot of intuition reading this year, or last half of this year. So I feel like I would need to bring a deck that was just straight up intuition. Whoops, sorry about that. And the artwork is just the right combination of specific and not specific, so that you see something, but you can also read so much into it. Sorry about the glare. There's not really much I can do about that. It is glossy, which in person, you know, just works very well. But look at this. I mean, you could just tell an entire story around this card without a guidebook. It's amazing. It's really fantastic artwork. So that is, I think that's my last oracle deck. Yeah, okay. Yes, so now we're moving into tarot. So this one, which is new to me, relatively new. I've only had it, I guess, less than a month. Yeah, Tony made me do it. And I feel like if I'm just got 10 decks, this has a very unique voice that I haven't learned yet, and it would be worth taking it with me. Why, for whatever bizarre reason, I only get to have 10 decks. This would give me, you know, this is if you're having a meal, this is a main course to learn this deck. And so let's look at a couple of these. I feel like if you really want to see these decks, this is not the video for it, but just a quick refresher on what's going on with this stuff. Oops. This is a deck that I hardly feel needs to be read with reversals. They all have shadow, right? So, but yet look at like a card like this. It's just got so much color. It's really intriguing. It's really intriguing to me, and I am looking forward to spending more time with this deck and understanding it better. All right, put that one to the side. And now the classic. I couldn't go with only 10 decks and not have one that I felt like I could use to read for kind of anybody. Right, these must have been cards I pulled for some reason and didn't put back right. I love the colors. I love the facial expressions, or not facial expressions. I really feel that each one of these cards tells a story, and that when you put them next to each other, when you make a spread with these cards combined, the characters and the colors, everything, it can just flow into the most insightful, and if you want it to be detailed reading, or I can also just get a quick hit off of these. Maybe because I've used it so much. But, you know, as much as I've looked at any particular card here, you could still look at it again and see more, read more into it. So I think this deck has got a lot of depth, and I can use it for almost anybody. I don't think I've ever read for anyone else where I couldn't have used this deck. I think it's a fantastic all-rounder. All right, this deck, on the other hand, which I would hate to be without. Let me grab the guidebooks. Have a good illustration here. But this deck I would not use for everyone. This deck is my soul deck? No, I don't know what my soul deck is. But this deck, I studied so hard on this deck. I spent so much time with it. It makes me smile. No matter what kind of reading I get, it makes me smile. Even if I get this, I'm like, okay, not so bad. 10 of Swords, fine. We're at the end. It's all good. Yeah. I love this deck. I really, really love this deck. So, and it didn't make the cut, but this, let me pull out this other deck. Oh, obviously I hadn't planned to talk about this deck, but now that we're in it, I wanted to bring it out and show it. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. I'm gonna have to actually edit. No, I can't put my hands on it. Never mind. Pretend like that didn't happen. All right, after that comes Guardian Angel Messages. Need my angel deck. Need my angel deck. And this is going to be it. Again, facial expressions, storytelling, nice saturated colors, generally optimistic, which I kind of am. Which just seems like it's a later in life thing that's happened for me, which is a huge relief. And obviously, I really feel the angel energy. I mean, how happy am I that we've got an older woman as the world, with the world, actually. Obvious? Yeah. But I love it. I just love this deck. There we go. And I etched it in purple. My face. I love purple. Guidebook, very helpful, but not necessary with those great illustrations and that great keywords on each. And the illustrations are by Dan Craig. So there. All right. Next up is my Ancestor deck, which yeah, can't go anyplace without that one. I keep it wrapped in this cloth because, well, I'll just enjoy my cloth here because it's got the stars, which makes me think of ancestors being in ancestor space. And it's got my teacups, which makes me think of just sitting down and having a chat with my ancestors. So here is this deck. Hang on, let's pull this up. This is by Carrie Parrish, and it's beautiful. Yep. So you notice I just stopped talking. But I like, I'm not going to get into it, but all of these things mean something, and it's all in the book. The book is not much help, I don't feel like, for individual cards, but the storytelling is so well done with the photo manipulation and that I don't feel like you need a lot of explanation for the cards. So, yep, that is that. So let's see, did I get everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's it. I got all 10. I got all 10. So I'm going to leave you with this, a cup of tea, and my best wishes. I hope all is going well with you and that you have 10 decks that you really enjoy. In the card below, the information section is references to the original videos, which I highly recommend. And take care. Be well. Bye-bye.